Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Unless you're on replay. Hello. That looked like a little bit of an internet wobble. Just have a little look there. Oh, I think we're good. I think we're good at our end. I don't know why that happened. A little bit of an internet wobble. Hello, everybody. Hope you're in a few days. Thank you. So, if you don't, if you're unaware, and why should you be aware? I had the horse go blind suddenly last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago now, and had to rush into intensive care and is now out of intensive care and out of the hospital, and we're having to administer medicines into his eyes via a tube system, spread evenly throughout the tree. And his eyes bled, the capillaries into your eyes, the capillary walls became more permeable to larger particles. And not too bad, I suppose. But then the blood, which means that his eyes have to be removed. So that would be trouble. So we're doing absolutely everything that we can to make sure that doesn't happen. There we are. And the first of those is up already. So there we are. We'll get. I have changed my internet settings, so hopefully it won't click in and out like that. So yeah, 100 million messages in all the different boxes, and it's been quite busy. So how have you been? How's everyone been? Has the world woken up for you as well? I'm going to put the invite button on to invite you to, if you'd like to ask a question about lockdown or about rider confidence or about interneting your business, getting an internet version of your business, which I've been doing for this last lockdown, and it's been jolly good fun. I have really enjoyed these social distance social clubs. I can't work out how I can continue to do them if the world's going to wake up like it is. So what shall we do? Already I started at 11:30 instead of 11. I've got an interview coming up later this week, I hope. It's not finalized yet, with a barrel racer. So that's going to be absolutely super. I want to do more interviews. If there's people you know who you think, yeah, you want to interview this person, then maybe we could sort that out. Hello. Oh, good morning. I feel like all my friends have been away. Marvelous. Katie, Charlotte, Heather, Amanda, Charlotte, Sarah, Heather, again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. So Amanda's saying that it's all very jumpy, and I've gone, and I believe that it's all back again. There we are. Hope it's all back again anyway. So yes, here's the invite button. So if you would like to ask a question, please click here. There we are. So I had a question. I get this question quite a lot, where people have got their horses and they've been frightened by an incident. This particular question is on the road. Someone drove past too fast to the horse, and fortunately didn't crash their car into the horse, but managed to swerve to avoid the horse and crash the car dead ahead of the horse. So the horse is a little bit freaked out, and the owner, of course, is playing the what ifs, and now the owner is not giving the horse the confidence it needs to be able to get over this and carry on, because the owner can't get the incident out of their heads, and every time they go out on the road they just see this. So basically the accident that wasn't an accident, or it was an accident to the car driver, serve them right. I'm harsh, aren't I? That's harsh. Yes, the lesson that they learned won't go out of their head. So I used to have an incident which wouldn't go out of my head, which was a horse bolting. It has no terrible ending. The horse was bolting. It was completely out of control. It happened in 2004, 2005, when I'd only just started riding. And this Welsh cob was zooming across the orchard in Somerset. And I was completely out of control. I couldn't stop it. I didn't know where it was going. I couldn't turn it. It got the bit right between its teeth, and it was going. And for years, and I was very frightened. And for years, that stuck with me. So when people said, let's go for a ride, I had the one image, which is riding carefree, zooming across any terrain that I want to, riding on the beach, galloping about, shouting yee-haw. And at the same time, I had a negative image, which was being bolted off with. And I wouldn't have been able to move on if I hadn't got that dealt with. If you've got a thought in your head which will not move, and it's of something that isn't going to happen again, or even if it's something that is going to happen again, but you still need to move it, then it's irrational to keep thinking about that. So with this particular horse that was bolting, I'd then taken the steps to make sure that didn't happen again. By getting the horse's respect over the following year, and presenting it at a lot of problems where I had set it up that I was going to win. So by the time the horse had got respect for me, by the time we went out into any similar situation again, the horse knew that whenever something startled it, it was to go, what do I do? And I'd give it firm instructions what to do. But anyway, that's not the point of the story. The point was I couldn't shift this, and therefore I couldn't give confidence to my horse. So if you've got one particular scene with clearly defined edges that simply won't shift, it's irrational to keep going back and looking at that every time somebody mentions get on a horse. It's an irrational thing to do. But our brains aren't very rational, are they? But what do you call an irrational fear? It's called a phobia. Just because you're irrational fear is based on something that did happen doesn't make it any more irrational, because people do things all the time. People fall down the stairs all the time, And don't have a fear of stairs. People slip in the shower all the time. Don't have a fear of showers. So you don't have to hang on to things. There's a great thing by Tony Robbins who says, it's not the events in your life, it's the meaning that you give to them. So if you're taking that meaning that you're a bad horse rider, or you will always have this happen, then you need to shift that, because you can't then give confidence to the horse. So it's perfectly possible to have a horse bolt, or to have a near miss on a car, or to have an accident, or to have an incident, and then not be able to get it out of your mind. And then it's also possible, while I'm thinking about this, to have heard of an incident that happened to somebody else and not get that out of your mind, or to have witnessed an incident that happened to somebody else on a totally different horse in a totally different situation, and then you can't get that out of your mind. These are all irrational, and it's more common than you might think for somebody to simply imagine an accident that they might have had over and over again, until you might as well have had it, and then you can't get that out of your mind. It's all irrational. An irrational fear is called a phobia, and it doesn't matter whether your irrational fear is of a situation on your horse, or because you can't bear the sight of mashed potato. An irrational phobia is an irrational phobia, and it's all cured the same. So if you've got a particular incident that will not get out of your mind and represents the negative side of horse riding, ask people in your local area of a hypnotherapist who deals with phobias, and that's all of them. Dealing with a phobia is a hypnotherapist's bread and butter. And if you don't want this particular incident, accident, or imagination to be constantly playing in your mind, you pop along. 3 sessions it takes, the fast phobia cure, and bosh, you will never, ever be bothered by that incident again. You will remember it, just like you remember the time that you slipped up the stairs, but you won't be bothered by it. About a month ago, I broke my laptop by dropping it on my toe. Oh, it hurt. Doesn't bother me. You can go and break your toe, you fall off a horse and break your toe, and then you're like, oh, I was hobbling around for weeks, I've got baggage. See what I mean? It's nothing to do with the thing that happened. It's how much baggage that you're carrying with it. And if you pop along to your local friendly neighborhood hypnotherapist, you could have that wiped of emotion. I just told you the story about me bolting on the horse, a Welsh cob called Sputnik, in the orchard. Nothing there. Just a story. And a useful one at that. So there we go. Lovely, lovely. Okay, smashing. Hi, Carl. Can't see. Please click here. Okay, let's put it on again then. Can't have that. Copy to clipboard. There we are. Clipboard copied. I'm going to put it here. Control V. I wonder why that is. This little thing I'm putting in the comments now that says HTTPS StreamYard. If anyone's got a question or a bit of advice for somebody, click on that. And there we go. Oh, Charlotte, what about an evening a week for the social distance social club? Yeah. Maybe that's a thing. I'll have to look at my diary there. Or I could do a daytime one and an evening one. And then if people can't let me know. Is everybody else finding that the world's waking up today? Today, the world's waking up and the phone's going. Hi, Katie. Glad you really enjoyed the... Oh, look, I'm going to show that. Thank you very much. Lovely. Okay, lovely. So I hope that addresses anybody who's got these particular incidents that just play on your mind, and I hope that's been useful. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to do my very best to make it 11 o'clock, but like I say, it's so busy. Who knows what will happen? I'm also going to do a little Facebook Live later today of the little rigmarole that Lumi goes through. And I'd also like you to make sure that you keep an eye on my page. And as these products come up, at the moment, I'm just putting up mock-ups of the products that are for the Luminoso collection. Make sure that you put yourself in to buy them. We're going to do pre-orders, so it'll be you pay now, and as soon as they're ready from the factories, they'll be posted straight to you. So that's the way that I'm hoping it's going to work. And thank you for everybody who's tried to help me get these together. See you later.